Understanding hormonal health, not just a women's issue. Hormonal health is a foundational aspect of human physiology that affects nearly every system in the body. These chemical messengers, hormones, regulate a wide range of functions including metabolism, growth, mood, sexual function, immune response, and sleep. Despite their universal presence and importance, hormonal health is still largely perceived through a gendered lens, with much of the public discourse focused on women's hormonal cycles and reproductive health. While it is true that women experience more visible and cyclical hormonal changes due to menstruation, pregnancy, and menopause, men are equally subject to the complex workings of the endocrine system. Understanding hormonal health as a concern for all people, not just women, is essential to fostering a more inclusive and accurate approach to health and wellness. For men, hormonal balance revolves primarily around testosterone, though other hormones like cortisol, insulin, and thyroid hormones also play key roles. Testosterone affects not only physical attributes like muscle mass and hair growth but also influences emotional well-being, sex drive, bone density, and cognitive performance. When testosterone levels decline, either due to age or health conditions, men may experience symptoms such as fatigue, irritability, reduced libido, loss of muscle tone, and difficulty concentrating. These symptoms are often mistaken for normal aging or even mental health issues, which can lead to misdiagnosis or neglect. Male hormonal imbalances can also lead to more serious health conditions such as type 2 diabetes, obesity, osteoporosis, and cardiovascular disease. Yet, due to cultural expectations around masculinity and stoicism, many men do not seek help until symptoms become severe. Women, on the other hand, experience hormonal shifts more regularly and dramatically, particularly in relation to reproductive milestones. Estrogen and progesterone are the primary sex hormones that govern the menstrual cycle, fertility, and pregnancy. Imbalances can cause conditions such as polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, which can lead to irregular periods, acne, weight gain, and infertility. Other hormonal disorders like thyroid disease and adrenal fatigue are also more common in women and are often misdiagnosed or dismissed as stress-related issues. Additionally, the transition to menopause is another stage in a woman's life marked by significant hormonal changes that can impact sleep, mood, sexual health, and bone strength. Despite the biological differences in how men and women experience hormonal fluctuations, the underlying importance of balance remains the same. The endocrine system is highly sensitive to lifestyle factors such as diet, physical activity, sleep, and stress. Poor nutrition, chronic stress, and exposure to environmental toxins can all disrupt hormone production and signaling. For example, high levels of stress can lead to elevated cortisol, which over time can suppress immune function, disrupt sleep, and interfere with other hormones like insulin and thyroid hormones. Similarly, diets high in sugar and processed foods can contribute to insulin resistance and weight gain, both of which are associated with further hormonal disruption. Hormonal health also intersects with mental health. Hormones like serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin influence mood, motivation, and emotional regulation. Imbalances can contribute to depression, anxiety, and irritability in both men and women. Unfortunately, because of the gendered view of hormonal issues, men experiencing these symptoms may be less likely to consider hormonal health as a possible cause and more likely to rely on short-term solutions rather than addressing the root cause. Raising awareness about hormonal health as a shared human issue requires not only better education but also a shift in societal attitudes. Routine screening for hormonal imbalances should be normalized for men as much as it is for women. Healthcare providers need to be trained to recognize the signs of hormonal dysfunction in all patients, regardless of gender. Public health campaigns can play a critical role in dismantling the stigma and encouraging people to take proactive steps in maintaining hormonal balance. In the end, hormonal health is about more than just sex hormones or reproductive capacity. It is a vital component of lifelong health, influencing everything from heart health and immune resilience to cognitive function and emotional well-being. Everyone, regardless of gender, deserves access to accurate information, empathetic care, and effective treatment options for hormonal issues. When we remove the gender bias from this conversation, we open the door to better health for all.